Hello, Pokemon trainers, masters, and even professors. You're all welcome here. Welcome back to another video. Past few months have been a grind, but honestly, this hobby project has been going on for over 3 years now. You have seen the collection grow in my previous videos, and maybe you have wondered what it really takes to pull off a project of this scale. Well, today I'm taking you behind the scenes within my entire process, divided into 4 key parts that's kept me on track and sane throughout this entire journey. So, what does it take to pull off a shiny Living Dex? The first thing you need is a plan. And the first piece of that plan is organization. For me, that's my spreadsheet. My spreadsheet is the most important tool in this entire process, helping me keep my progress recorded. It is actually inspired by the one John Blaze made, and it's a detailed record of every hunt. For every time I find a shiny, it is not just a Pokemon box, it is a crucial piece of data to log. I keep track of many encounters or eggs it took, which specific hunt method I used, and whether it was my pseudo method, outbreak, or even just a random encounter. I always make sure to note which game I got it in. It is my roadmap, my complete game plan. This is where I go to see my progress in a clean visual way. On top of that, I have a dedicated graphs that give me a full breakdown of the progress of each different Pokédex. So I have a separate one for Kanto, one for Johto, and so on. Knowing exactly where I stand and how far I come is what keeps me motivated, and especially when I'm on a long hunt. This spreadsheet is the ultimate motivator. It is absolutely crucial for my Living Dex. This is a full Living Dex. For me, a true Living Dex means capturing every unique variant, not just the standard forms. It is that collector's mindset of going above and beyond the bare minimum. My list includes all the different region forms that feel like brand new Pokemon, like Alolan Vulpix and Alolan Ninetales, Galarian Zigzagoon, and even the 3 forms of Potanian Tauros, even though they don't look different at all. Of course, I'm going for other key variants like the 4 seasonal forms of Dealing and Sorcerer as well. However, there are some forms that I'm not hunting for at this point, like the different patterns of Virion and the core colors of Minior. I'll explain more about those when we get to part 4. This approach adds somewhat extra hunts to the list, but it's the only way to make the final results feel truly complete. This rule of mine has been a game changer for me. Legendary hunts can be incredibly long, sometimes taking hundreds of hours, and are a huge roadblock that can grind a project like this to a halt. To keep the main things moving forward, I'm not including them in the official count. I'm saving them for their own separate massive hunt at the very end, once the main text is complete. But there's one major exception. If a legendary has an event coming up that makes its shiny form available, I go for it right away. I'm not going to miss a limited time opportunity to just stick to the in-game plan. For example, shiny legendaries like the Treasure of Ruined Quality allows me to get some of the toughest shinies out of the way without stalling my current progress. Of course, this is a bad example for the Spearfish rule, since they are not huntable and have only been given out as shinies via mystery gift. But it still highlights the kind of tough shinies I prioritize. It is a risk-reward strategy that's worked out well so far, and I continue to prioritize them as they are released. And finally, the last rule. When I officially have one of every Pokemon and their forms from my Pokédex, that's when the real cleanup begins. This is the final stretch, the ultimate victory lap, where I get to hunt for the stragglers and perfect the collection. I go back to hunt for all the mirroring forms I skipped earlier, like the different patterns of Vivian or the color cores of my Minior. I'll also be hunting for other genders of Pokemon with a visual difference, like male and female Hippowdon. Of course, getting duplicates along the way is inevitable, especially for genders where the difference is so tiny you can barely tell. So my first step would be going through my collection with a fine-tooth comb. It's a methodical project of checking every box to see what I may have already acquired from previous hunts. It's the final, in some ways the most tedious stage of the project, but it's what will make the finished text feel truly complete. So there you have it, the 4 parts that are guiding my journey. It is a huge challenge, but following this specific plan is what makes it possible for me. I'll be sharing more of the individual hunts and the progress I'm making along the way. What do you think of these rules? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to follow along. Thanks for watching, I will see you in the next one. Good.